Let's see. Let's see here. Um, hey guys, how you doing? It's Mr. Judge here again. We're just gonna start reacting to Marion Lawrence reactionary. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, okay. I think we're good here. Let me just make sure. Uh,
Good morning, Marianne.
okay, there's something's not right here. Um, Something is clearly not right. Oh wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Oh, okay. So we're good. All right, guys. Mr. Judge here again. As I said, we're going to be reacting to Marianne Lawrence Breakfast Club interview. So I hope you guys enjoy.
It's here. I wanted to bring my perspective on the latest interview that Umar Johnson did on The Breakfast Club. Now, I'm not going to pull up any other slide or bring you any bite. On my page, I don't really do all this hoop-de-doop. But before I give you my perspective, I want to share something in my channel. Remember, I
What you call hoop-de-doop, the people call content. Mary, they don't. You're free to not be involved in the technology that other people use, but understand YouTube is a place where that technology is typically used. So I don't understand what you mean hoop-de-doop. I mean, this is YouTube. It's the internet. If you're not doing anything to entertain people, then what are you doing?
had taken the time to reach out to Angela Yee, me, Marianne Lorient, and I shared something with her that took place with Dr. Umar and a member on the Breakfast Club. This is before anything was signed. Factual. Now, this platform, what are they known for? You give them an information and they covers a story. Nothing became of that.
Much like you. Like you and Lene, we listened to your story and nothing became of it. And the reason why nothing became of it is because what you told us wasn't the truth.
So be it. So now, getting to my perspective, Umar Johnson stood in front of us in front of those schools that he purchased with donors' money, a gift to black women February 14th that all renovation was completed. FDMG's coming. He sits on this platform and now he's pushing a date for 2027. How do we get there? So for me, as of now, Umar Johnson is no longer the focal point. I see
Not the focal point. Both you and Lene's whole stance to stardom was to say, hey, well, in your case, Mary, it was, hey, I did a movie. Umar ruined it. He was terrible to the women that were on the set. He wanted to demand things. He was refusing to leave me alone. He was harassing me. And now and as recently you were trying to say I got a check of $68,000 from him. Now you're telling us, despite all of that, he's not the focal point anymore. You guys literally cling to him because that's your only relevancy to YouTube. What Umar did to you.
him as a clown on the stage. The question I want to ask you all, when we look at the Breakfast Club, who is the corporate power behind the Breakfast Club and what agenda are they really pushing? That's the question.
And what is that? How is that relevant to anything? Okay, we know, like, okay, let's say you found out who's in charge of the Breakfast Club. Okay, what does that have to do with FDMG? What does that have to do with the fact that Umar's pushed another fake opening date that's never going to happen anyway? What is your point, Mary?
They are platforming someone in our community who is extracting money from us and not providing anything. Someone who is a cancer within our community. Now, just because we look at Charlemagne the Guy, we look at DJ Envy, we can relate to these people. They're our employees. They're employees like you and I. They go to a place of business, they give their time and labor, and they are paid just like.
And your point again remains what? You're making this whole argument about who's the corporate power behind the Breakfast Club that let Umar tell us all about a fake date, and it's like, what? Why should the people care? We already know Umar's a liar. We already know FDMG's not coming. We already know that you're not going to give us any actual receipts. What is the point of this? I thought this was supposed to be about the feedback on the Breakfast Club. Now you're just saying, oh well, Umar's not the focal point, even though he's titled in your live, and who's the real power behind the Breakfast Club? Like, no one cares.
You and I. Yeah, they don't run it, they don't own it, they don't really have any decision power when it comes to the Breakfast Club. So we need to ask ourselves, what are we really supporting? Because when you tune into them, what are we really supporting? You know, back in the days, yeah,
You're assuming we all support him, and we don't. Breakfast Club is a business. They have some people who support him. They have other people who criticize him. Same as you have your supporters, and we and people like me and other people like me criticize you. There, I don't. What argument are you making? That's where I'm confused at.
yes, they hanged you, or they'll set a bomb at a church, or they'll destroy Black Wall Street. People has evolved. They will come and destroy you and put people in front of you that look like you, and you don't even understand what's happening. What is really going on? I just had an interview.
Same thing YouTube asked about you. They saw you on you. They asked you what is really going on with the check. What is really going on with the supposed investigation that you and eventually Lene both propagated. Everybody asked the same question about you.
It took me nearly 5 months to get a penciled in to sit down with the deputy chief of Wilmington. I asked the man, I kept the interview very clear and very basic. If renovation is complete, what time frame does one look at to get an occupancy certificate? The man told you, please go back and look at the interview. 30 days. It is a people driven effort when you get.
Okay, so what? We already know he's not going to get his occupancy. We already know endless YouTubers, and including myself, have explained it's not going to happen. Umar is literally just making you think he's going to get an occupancy because he wants to give the illusion of progress. He's not doing it for a noble purpose. He's doing it because if he lets everyone believe FDMG is going to be here, he gets money from his cult followers. But if he ever completes it, he loses all that money. So he doesn't want to ever have it, restored. It's plainly obvious what he's doing with FDMG. You're not revealing anything we don't know. You're literally this video was made 8 days ago. So you're essentially trying to act as if this is a brand new discovery. Hey, I spoke to Wilmington. They said it only takes 30 days. Look how long it's taken Umar. And it's like, Umar doesn't want the school to ever happen. It's painfully obvious he just wants to use it as a front so he can get money from people. That's it. There's nothing to reveal further than that. That's simple. It's how it's work. That's how it works. Right, exactly, William. Exactly. It's the same logic, and it does apply to them.
To that stage. How do we go from February 14 and he's pushing us to 2027? It makes no sense. The question is the power structure that platform them, that platform a guy like Umar Johnson, what are their agenda? When we support by turning on, what are we supporting? That's the true question. And that
Just because you listen doesn't mean you actually support them. I mean, how do you think criticism works? I don't support you, but I'm listening to this because I'm critiquing you. I'm listening to everything you say, I'm hearing it, and then I'm pointing out the flaws in what you're saying. It doesn't mean I support you just because I tune in. I have to tune in to know exactly what you say so I can point out to the public why this is, to give them a different perspective or why this doesn't make sense. Tuning in is not the same thing as support.
merge the Breakfast Club did with Netflix, I'm just crossing my arm, sitting back and look. It's not a really rooted merge, in my opinion. Let's see how far this marriage lasts between Netflix and the Breakfast Club. Now, where I come from, we don't do a lot of talking. We're doers, action. I've reached out to three key individuals to bring this Umar dilemma to their attention. Now,
And what do you expect them to do? I mean, Wilmington has already addressed when Umar lied about them to the public, claiming that they never notified. When Umar claimed that Wilmington never notified him of his late fees and that he didn't bother working with them, they didn't bother working with him. They proved he was a liar. That's all they can do. He's not technically doing anything illegal, unfortunately, even though it's scamming. And so at this juncture, the unless everybody decides to sue Umar for their money, there's nothing that can really be done at this point. So you're saying, "Oh, I brought it to three individuals." Okay, those individuals, whether they're the mayor of Wilmington or the deputy chief or whatever, they can't do anything other than publicly address what except maybe publicly address any lies Umar makes about the city and explain why it's not true. Beyond that, they can do nothing. Hey, Miss Independent, good to see you.
there's no need to drop name. People are busy. And when you make a request, it takes time for them to look into it, to do their research.
No need to drop names, so we don't even know other than the whoever the person was that looks like Umar, whatever title he has. Other than that, you're expecting us to just believe these supposed people who you quote unquote won't name drop. Well, as far as I'm concerned, if you can't give me a name, they don't exist.
To do review and to get back. So I'm going to give them time. I'm going to be patient, but I'm persistent. There will be follow up. Now, these three individuals, like I said, I'm not dropping names. When something goes down in our nation, those are the face that we see that are supporting black people, that are championing for black people. We have a problem. Umar Johnson has become a problem within our community. So let's see how they handle this. Again,
What is are they supposed to do? They everybody's doing what they possibly can do. They've critiqued his videos. They've said, "Hey, this is FDMG is not going to happen," which has become public knowledge at this point. We can't stop people from supporting Umar, and we also can't stop Umar from requesting money or prevent people from giving him money if they stupidly do so. You keep acting as if there's still an investigation going on or somebody's going to be able to stop him. They can't because technically unless he commits something like, you know, fraud or anything which it's or anything that could actually be, traced through that the government can criminally indict him for, there's nothing that can be done, unfortunately. Even though I would personally consider it fraud, the fact that and should be arrestable to get donations for a project you never do, unfortunately, the law doesn't necessarily see it that way. If you have just asked for donations and somebody gave it to you, regardless if you filled it or not, it's not a crime. And therefore, other than suing him, which I encourage everyone to do, there's nothing that can happen. There's no investigation. There's no, oh, the cops are after him. No, nothing. Because he's just been saying, give me donations, and people have stupidly been giving it to him. That's unfortunately at this stage, it's not a crime.
Like I said, this man got on the Breakfast Club from what he told us from February 14th is not.
She is also one of Umar's old girlfriends who is now a stalker. The people become stalkers when they get the boot from the cult. Very true, independent. Anything to be proven, not here. Anything that can be proven is not hearsay, correct? Hey, Williams.
Computing. It's not adding up at all. And he made it clear to you your kid's not going to go there for free. How do you think someone below poverty level is going to be able, that's his base, going to be able to afford $600 per child? He made it clear it's not going to be free for your child to go to school there. And then there's another thing that doesn't sit well with me, the school not
They're not gonna, there's never gonna be any kids going to school anyway. Dude, there's no bus system, there's no paperwork, there's nothing to indicate that there'll ever be one. So he can make up whatever imaginary requirements he wants, because it's never gonna happen in reality.
being accredited. Like that makes no sense. But he told you the accreditation that he has, that should be good enough for you to accept and send your child to a school that's not going to be credited. It makes absolutely no sense. So when that child done, and then they can't transfer anything coming from a non-credited school, what future does your child have? Is that okay?
Right. So, by that very logic, what is the point of your complaint? It's not going to happen in reality, and even if it were, no one would want to go because it would have no academic value. So, again, what grandiose explanation do you think you're telling us that we don't already know?
Okay, what is the agenda of those who platform him, of those who push him? Now, the Black Breakfast Club have encouraged our community to give this man money. The Black Breakfast Club have platformed this man. All of those
Correct, because they want the viewership he brings. He's a controversial figure who, for whatever reason, the Breakfast Club seems to have a long history of supporting him, because they get revenue every time they have him on there. They get viewership every time they have him on here, and typically from the business mindset, they don't really care too much about if it's a good or a negative aspect. They just care about their viewership. And if somebody who's controversial is willing to be on there, then yes, they're going to platform him. They're going to say, do this, do that. It's business. You're not saying anything that's not known to the public.
who are participants
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true, Williams.
need to be held accountable as well. Period. Point blank. No if or buts about the situation. And to the conscious community, I'm not a leader in the community. I don't own the community. I don't control what these people do in the community. But I think it's time.
Contrill? What does contrill mean? But regardless of that, dude, of course you're not a leader because you're not a leader of anything except your attempt to make a personality cult, I guess, which in my view is pretty much dying already as you're constantly losing views. But beyond that, what is your point?
Those who are in leadership position in the conscious community, it's time for a table round, people to sit together, and a collective decision need to be made where he won't be platform anywhere in the community.
how how would a collective decision work? Are we going to just form a council of YouTube channels and say, by the court order of this YouTube channel, every YouTuber on YouTube is ordered to not allow Umar Johnson to be on this platform? How would that work? Ignoring the fact that nobody's going to do that, even if they did, it would be a mock. council with absolutely no authority, and even if people chose to ignore this fictional court order, what could the council or collective decision, as you call it, do? They wouldn't. It wouldn't matter, even if we all did it. It reminds me of when Marianne went on recorded this one conversation she had with this what I guess you guys would call in the community an elder, and the elder was saying, "Oh, let's put him on trial. Get a group of elders together and put him on trial." And Marianne herself was like, "What was that? What would that even do, though?" And here she is now saying, "Oh yeah, we need to get a collective together and we need to make the decision collectively to not put Umar on a platform." And it's the same logic with the same question. What would that even do? Breakfast Club of Scamming has platformed over 30 known scammers, and had ankle hurts on one while reporting one reported in prison after the damn interview. Wow. That's insane, independent.
where he'll be cut off because I really believe the community has given him coverage, has given him as a form of buffer. And you know what? The community is as guilty as well. I,
Okay, if the community is as guilty as well, how do you expect the same community to form a collective and make the decision not to platform him? Because you're saying they're just as guilty for supporting him. So, do you listen to yourself? Do you even hear the lies spewing out of your mouth as you say them? I do not understand this at all.
as an activist, I, as a concerned citizen, I'm going to tell you, please refrain from giving this man a penny because this is ridiculous. This makes absolutely no sense. He came in front of us, he told us February 14th, all renovation is complete. FDMG is coming. Now he goes on a big platform
Yeah, yeah, but you want people to pay you to go live. You literally cut off your comment section so no one can comment on your commentary anymore. And um whatchamacallit, you decided to go to um the other but you decided to go to tell everybody that in order for them to get their the live reactions from and to comment, they have to pay you, and you're very rarely live anyway, so you're guilty of the same type of scamming because you claim when you're in those lives they'll get some insight, juicy information, and you want them to pay for it, but it won't result in anything, and you rarely do it, and that's the only way your followers can comment is if they pay you essentially. That's a scam.
and he's talking about 2027.
Hi, Whale. Good to see you, man.
What does that mean? Does that make sense to any of us? Listen, we don't need to have all the credential Umar Johnson have. We don't need PhD. We don't need a master. We don't need a bachelor. You don't need an associate. You don't even need a high school diploma to figure this is baloney, family. Absolutely, completely baloney. What is really going on here? That's the question. And again, like I said, when I share with Angela Yee what I share, I did not stutter. I did not choose my word carefully. I didn't dance.
Choose my word carefully. It's words. Words, Marianne. Use the letter S. It exists in the vocabulary.
Around. I was crystal clear. And what I share with that woman, that's on recording, and that's a fact. Like I said, at the time when I took the liberty to reaching out, this is before anything was signed. So the question is now, all of those who support him and give him a platform need to be held accountable as well.
Okay, again, what's anybody gonna do? Oh, we have to hold them accountable. Cool. Do we have any legal power to hold them accountable? No. Do we have any ability to fine them or arrest them? No. Okay. Did they technically do anything illegal by supporting him? No. So what exactly are they going to be held accountable for? I mean, sure, we could go ahead and let it be publicly known you support Umar and Umar is a scammer, which is what we've been doing. But people are either just going to, but that'll only affect their reputation at best, and at worst, everyone will ignore you. So there's no accountability to be had because there's nothing technically wrong.
Please be mindful who we support. Just because they put someone that looks like you, just because they bring you someone that looks like you, that doesn't mean these people's agenda or in the best interest of your community. Umar Johnson is a problem in our community. Umar Johnson has become a cancer in our community. This man is has taken a lot of money from our community and continues to solicitate money from our community. And then it's really, really making my mind think. There's a issue that came with some money regarding me. When I go to the authority, they're redirecting me to civil case. Oh, we're looking into this. We're doing our own thing, but this
Civil case for what, though? Because you lied and said that you were going to sue Umar and then said you got paid out $68,000. You lied about that you lied about that check, and then you later on lied to us about a second check, which you tried to apologize for the first one while giving us a fake check again. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you didn't ever go to any civil case. You didn't go to any court of any kind because there's no evidence that you did. And you just went on YouTube, complained about Umar, got drunk on the success, and you tried to gain a following on the basis that you're such against Umar, you're the victim of Umar, you're going to stand up for all the victims. Reality is you're a fraud, a pure and simple fraud.
part, you have to go to civil court. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. We are at the bottom of the barrel.
Right, and the thing is, independent is like he, she's trying to tell us that all these people who support Umar Johnson have to be held accountable. And my question is, how exactly are we going to do that? There's like literally nothing anyone can do. Technically, we've done all we can do. We've publicly told everyone, "Hey, this is a scam. Don't support him." We can't control what other people support or don't support, and it's not necessarily a crime, even if they decide to make a dumb decision like support Umar Johnson. But she wants to say, "Oh, these people need to be held accountable. We need a collective decision." Ha 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 ha. And it's like, what world do you live in where it's a crime to give somebody money, or it's somehow because we know that this person is a scammer, we can somehow target and confront every single person who's ever donated to him as if they did a crime, or as if we can hold them accountable. We're not the law. We can't enforce anything.
And it shows you when your community is not being protected, we need to come together collectively. He is a problem. And like I said, those three key people that I've reached out to, I'm going to give time. I am patient, but I could guarantee you, channel member, I will follow up. I'm a type of person, I'm persistent. Indeed, I am. Indeed, I am.
She wants, yes, independent. She wants clicks and no comments whatsoever. Comments are a big no-no. You can hype it up, but you can't comment unless you pay her, and that's in rare special times she goes live.
Yeah, and like I said, I didn't bring you no clip from the Breakfast Club. I didn't bring you no soundbite. I don't need to bring all of that to give you what I need to give you. But again, be mindful of who you support. Be mindful to think on a deeper level. What is the agenda of pushing this man and protecting this man? He's no longer.
The agenda is they don't have a problem with his scamming because they're just as money hungry as he is, or they stupidly believe in his vision that is never going to happen and they don't critically think about it. That's the agenda. Anything else is irrelevant.
longer a focal point for me. He's a clown on the stage performing. Umar Johnson is a joke. That's exactly what he is. Please refrain from giving this man even a red cent.
Yeah, I actually don't know how to do that. As far as I didn't bring any clips because I don't. Well, right now I'm not on StreamYard right now, so I can't actually arrange that. I'm using an OBS set or something like that. Basically, I'm streaming through YouTube itself, technically through a different application, because I gotta wait till April 15th for my StreamYard to, you know, give me back my 20 hours a month.
He does not deserve a penny from our community. And then when you get a chance, go back and listen to the interview I did with the deputy. The man broke down to you in layman's terms.
Oh God, guys, when we're done with this, I'll show you how she's not tech savvy. Tech savvy. It's unbelievable.
You know, the procedure of obtaining an occupancy certificate. He broke down the time frame when renovations completed, how quickly to get the certificate to move forward. Everything
Yeah, I could figure it out. Um, I'm just satisfied with this for now.
he broke down to you, this man, Umar Johnson, has not put in place. He's playing in our face. What what is the true agenda behind all of this? That's the
So your entire feedback is to just ask what is the true agenda, even though it's very obvious to anybody who mentally thinks that there is no agenda other than money scamming? Is that what the whole basis of this is?
true question. Marianne Lorian, thank you. And that is my perspective on this latest interview that he did on the Breakfast Club. May
Bro, you know what? I might even react to the winery on this one.
each and every
I
one
got
of
a
you
lot of
have a
time right
blessed
now.
day. Thank you.
So that was her on the Breakfast Club interview. Let me show you guys the one with let's see. Uh, you know what? Actually, hold the phone. Let's go and let's go right over here. This is going to show you how bad she is in tech.
Lennon and good evening, channel members. I want to bring you guys Urban Corner.
Look how bad this is. Like, first of all, you should be using StreamYard or an OBS set, whatever the terminology for my set is, because it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, she has either a cell phone or some other recording device on facing the screen. Yeah, she didn't discuss anything, he said. And it's basically like, from what I've understood, I think she has like a phone or a cell phone or some other recording device in front of her, what I presume is her laptop. And that's why you're seeing the static. That's why it's looking like that. And then and it's just like, dude, all of that is unnecessary. Just use StreamYard. Even when I'm using it for free, it gives you 20 hours a month to stream on there, and it's clear, it's fine, it's cool. People can even comment. But but she was literally, for whatever reason, she decided to record it like this.
Corner with Manny and Mary.
Probably doesn't even have Netflix. Yeah, that's what she has, probably. Yeah.
Ann. Hello, Manny. How are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you today?
I'm well.
That's that right here is Sergeant Turd, the guy that sent Remy the cease and desist, and I know that could be a mistake, but that's actually a dude.
Thank you. Blessed, blessed, highly favored. How's your weeks been?
Refreshing, refreshing.
That's
very
very
refreshing.
that's very good.
Oh yeah.
Manny, why don't you tell our channel member who we're discussing today at
Very much struggle streaming.
Urban's Corner?
Today we are talking about Nathaniel Sherrod, professionally known as Bill 1 Illy or Billy, was
It is, Miss Independent, it is.
born in Silver Springs, Maryland, and was raised in Waldorf, Maryland. He works as a rapper, singer, actor, writer, screenwriter, director, producer, and artist. And he's also the author of Bloody Freaks. When did this guy?
And you can see how the frickin' background is flickering so badly because she's using different equipment as opposed to just a single recording device on her laptop, which would have been much better than this.
I got time to sleep.
Well, let me give the viewer a little backdrop. The reason we chose him as the hot topic for Urban Corner, it's because he is the screenplay writer for Bloody
Freaks.
Bloody Freaks. That's the name of his screenplay, and he has lawyered up, lined up his ducks with his attorney, and he is going after the producer of Sinners. He claimed they have stolen his.
Does anybody else eyes hurt as this screen flashes up and down, up and down, up and down in your face? Because god damn, that's hurting my eyeballs.
Intellectual property.
Right.
Now, as you guys know, I have like film background. I'm in the indie circle. Now, I don't know him personally, but I have attended
Hey Rosetta. How you doing? Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Marianne actually very recently tried to have my channel stricken. She literally got me a strike trying on two of my videos that were very popular, reacting to what she was doing. Um, and I had a choice basically. The choice was complete a copyright school thing and then let my strike disappear after 90 days, but my content would be removed forever. Or I could go up and do a counter file and or counter report a counter notification, sorry, a counter notification, at which point what happens is YouTube reviews it, they agree, that YouTube reviews it, they forward it to Marianne. She then has up to 10 business days to to show proof that she's actually going to sue me in order to keep those videos down. After which, which should be around April 10th, my stuff will go up. And she's done it to quite a few other people, not just myself. And from my understanding, we've all pretty much counter notified. So she's not going to be able to put me to court within 10 days for something that it wasn't even against. Like, it's commentary. I didn't monetize, so she didn't lose any profit. And I also and commentary is one of the pillars of fair use on YouTube. The only so there's no basis for her to sue me anyway, even though she can't do it within like 10 days. Um I mean, she technically could, I guess, if she's willing to pay the 450 required to do so, but I don't think she's ever going to. So that's why I said, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to, fill out the counter notification so you got 10 days. I went through as of yesterday, so I guess it's day 9 now, and my stuff's just gonna get back up very soon. I just wanted you guys to know that.
Screenplays where he's been, or a film festival, you'll be surprised. The indie circle is a lot smaller.
Well, no, the independent, she already knows how to fight back because the way it works is Google tells her in the email that she sends what her options are, just as it told me. So there's nothing that I'm saying that she doesn't already know.
Than one would imagine. So I did reach out to him and try to land an interview with him. And so Manny and I are very excited. We're waiting iron out all the detail with that. So now,
Well, Whale, you don't have to worry about that because, yes, I did have to technically reveal who I was to her through the email. Not through the email, but through the process of sending a certification counter file, which YouTube then sends my real information to her. However, she can't reveal my real information without it being considered doxing. Therefore, I'm protected in that route because I will report it if she tries to dox me. And also, in addition to that issue, is she's not gonna take me to court. She would have to. There's so much to explain for why it's very, very unlikely. Like if you Google it, less than 1% of YouTubers ever actually go to court. And again, I didn't even monetize my video, so she doesn't have an argument of a loss of profit or anything of that nature. If she were to try to go to court, it's an extremely weak position, so I'm not worried.
that you guys have a drop back of why we chose them, Manny, why don't you play um
Oh man. Oh no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And there's like four people, so she'd have to pay 450 for me. She'd have to pay 450 for somebody else. She'd have to pay for all the other three other people or four other people, whichever the case may be. So it's not going to happen. It was just as Google explained, it's just an intimidation tactic.
him coming out, letting the public know he's ready, he's gearing up, lawyering up, to challenge these people for taking his intellectual property. So he
Okay.
claims, yes.
All right. Just give me 1 second because I had it on Safari and it needs to be
That's
on.
fine. And then you know what? The thing is, as an artist, when you put a lot of time in a project,
Look at that. You can tell this is by a phone screen, by a phone screen because look, if you look right there, she's clearly doing it through her cell phone or some other device through her laptop screen, and it's like, why? Why not just do this all on your computer? It's much simpler. This is far more complicated than doing what regular YouTubers do when we're recording stuff.
it can be it can be very frustrating to see someone take
Exactly, it is commentary, which is why my case would actually be very strong if we went to court, because commentary is one of the top pillars of fair use.
your intellectual property.
Right.
Yeah.
I have it up right now in the cloud waiting to be pulled up.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, Manny, let's
It's already in the cloud waiting
yes.
to be pulled up.
Okay, pull up and then let's start let's start this is the video clip we're gonna play for you guys. That's him coming out to the public, informing the public.
And instead of, I don't know, maybe being on your laptop and switching it over to a window to show the YouTube video, you decided to use your phone, record using one laptop to have Sergeant Turd here, and and now you're on another screen so that you can show your audience another screen of somebody's video. Do you, like, dude, that's hella complicated. You can do all of this, all of it, with just a single YouTube, with just a single YouTube, just with one YouTube video using your laptop, you would be able to do all of this at once. And you're making it into 3 or 4 different ways of doing it using different equipment. This is ridiculous.
How his intellectual property was taken and made into a blockbuster movie from Hollywood. And no disrespect to those that are attached to the project, but he's speaking his truth. Go ahead, Manny, whenever you're ready.
Okay, give me 1 second. Here we go. And we're playing time now.
I
And because because these geniuses were not smart enough to actually pre-plan when they uploaded the video, they're now having audio issues, of course.
think it's on
In
mute.
2024.
Why don't you start it? Rewind. I think you're too
Yes, ma'am.
far. Yes.
I hit the button without unmuting the thing. So
Okay.
here we go.
So here we go.
What's up, y'all? This is Nathaniel Sherrod Jr., also known as Billy, movie director, screenwriter, actor, artist, and producer. I'm here to expose a movie that got stolen from me. I wrote the movie in 2020. It was entitled Bloody Freaks. I have it copywritten since 2020. There's a movie that is saying that they wrote this film in 2024. We were in pre-production already with 27 other producers and different people working on the project. I had a video game being developed.
Manny, can you pause right there?
My screenplay starred one Caucasian white lead actress.
Right. And I mean, look at this. Why would you make it this complicated? I don't understand that.
Yes, sis.
Okay, can you pause for a minute? So
Yes, ma'am.
just so you guys could understand, he wrote the screenplay, but there's two routes as independent film.
Right? And it's insane. And I don't think, and I'm just gonna be, this is speculation on my part, but I don't think Sergeant Turd and Lene are actually on good terms anymore. And the reason why I say that is because they did one live stream together and Lene eventually deleted that live stream. So I don't know if that was a result of Sergeant Turd telling Lene like he told Rimrum, hey, cease and desist. I don't know. Um, all I know is all I know is that the live that other people have, Lene deleted from her channel, and it was seemingly interesting that it happened not long after Rim received that cease and desist. So I don't know if that's what happened, but it's how it seemed like to me.
Maker can take. You can write your screenplay, and you could take the
Right.
initiative and fund your project and do the film. Or
Oh no, the turd connoisseur. Oh, white whale. Boredom has done white whale. Boredom has done fantastical effects on your sense of humor, bro. I'm telling you.
or you could take the route where you have it on
That's very possible. Independent, very possible.
written form, which is very cheap, because it's your thought that you're transferring to paper, and then some screen producer. For a lot of indie people, finance is usually the block to making the feature film a reality. So what they do, they shop it around, and this is where the danger comes. Now your idea is on paper, you're shopping it around, and people can easily steal it from you and tweak it, and then produce the finished product. Now, if
What is your point though? And here's a good question for all of you. Why would anyone what's so interesting is this is actually her longest video I think she did, and it had the least amount of views. I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, it only has as of 6 days ago 334 views, which is much smaller than what she had when it was her, longer view other videos, which were like typically around I think about 2K or so. She did this with this low quality crap and this low uninteresting story that only about 334 people have watched, and out of those people there's only 14 likes. Very, very unpopular.
he had a finished product, meaning he shot it himself, it was a film, even if Hollywood wanted to remake it, the film already exists. they're less likely to steal something from you that's in a film form, but it's much easier to take it once it's on just written.
Oh, well, hopefully. I'll be interested to hear what if he tries to send a cease and desist order to Money Boy Trey. I wonder how Money Boy Trey would react to that. That'd be funny.
Form, but he still has a
Right.
good case. Can you continue, Manny?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's back off where he said,
Male
Absolutely not. This woman tried to strike my channel. And now and what tried to strike my channel and other people. I'm damn sure not giving her a like.
actors.
go back to the female actress, so they're not lost. Thank you, Manny.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I think this is, guys? I think the reason why they did this was because, they realized, okay, I can't keep talking about Umar. The Umar thing, well, is running dry. So I gotta show other things so that so people might still click and view. And as she's painfully figuring out, um, nobody like Lene, her only relevance was related to Umar. Once she moves away from that brand and does some other shit, especially in this low tech field like thing, then it's not interesting anymore. And in fact, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'll actually give Lene a point of credit in that at least when she does her live streams, she's more tech savvy than Marianne. Um, I still say, fuck Lene for the way she's treated the YouTube community, the way she lied to us all. Fuck her for saying all those horrible things about autism and other disabilities. But at least she has the decency when she's putting up a live stream or a video. At least it's tech adequate for the most part.
Lead actress. And 3 black male actors. One being a black musician who also has a solo performance in the film, just like in my screenplay.
What he's showing is the screenplay.
If you've seen, let me go back to show you what you
And absolutely none of us care about it.
play.
So this is his screenplay. So he's showing you what he has written on paper, and then when he shows you the picture, that's the picture from.
Okay, guys, so this is how bad she is as a tech. Now let me show you how boring she can be as a person. Watch this one.
Time I
Watch this one.
Hi guys, Marianne here. I am building a winery in my downstairs basement underneath the stairs. It's gonna have climate control. I'm already penciled in by the contractor. So today I took a trip to start building bottles for my winery. I did sign up in California for 2 bottles.
And she says she's building the bottles for her winery, and then she's going to contradict that and say she's actually, getting contracts from wineries to send her bottles.
Bottle per month, and I'm signing here at a local winery where I'll get 2 bottles also a month. So I'm gonna have her explain to us the process.
Hello.
Because nobody other than her understands how a winery works, apparently.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Welcome
Thank you. Can you explain the process? I'm a content creator to my viewer about signing up.
Viewer, not viewers. Viewer. Okay.
for the winery.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll make sure I get everything. I don't mess
We
up.
have 3 different memberships here. We have
Okay.
1 bottle, 2 bottle, or 3 bottle
Okay,
memberships.
1 bottle, 2 bottle, 3 bottle membership. Okay.
We can do them in sweet wine clubs or a variety wine club that covers all of the wines that we have here.
Okay, okay. I'm a really sweet wine
Okay, okay. And this has any value to anyone's life by what? Just one.
drinker. But even though I'm building the winery, I'm gonna go with the sweet wine.
And that's a good start
And
to
then
do.
maybe are you allowed to change it later on?
Every single thing with this club is so simple to work with.
Okay.
Changes can be done instantly. Vacation holds can be put on it.
Oh,
There's no
wonderful.
cancellation fees. There's no
Okay.
start.
Bro, she's not even a good one. I mean, if you actually pay attention to that to her supposed filmmaking thing, she's so bad at it that it's all has 1 star. She doesn't have special effects, she doesn't have, good actors, and ultimately there's no plot to them, really. They're very terrible, and the community agrees. Only like 1 star. And I think the only reason she has 1 star is because they can't go lower like half a star or no star.
Startup fees,
nice.
there's nothing like that.
Okay, that sounds good.
It is the world's largest wine club.
Okay, the world's largest wine club. So I'm gonna go ahead. Do I get to
Hey, Francesca.
sample anything today?
I can give you a couple samples
Okay,
right now.
that'd be nice.
you
And
know,
then I get to pick 2 different
wine bottles that
bottles.
you'd like to
Okay.
have. Yeah,
So
if you
Right, exactly. No, no. We'll react to what you're saying, especially if you're gonna try and falsely claim that we're copywriting you, but we're definitely not giving you a like.
would like to look at the back side here where we have our sweet wine listed here, if you want to
Okay.
try a couple samples so you know
I
which
will.
bottle you'd like to take
so
home
this
with
is
you.
the list to pick which bottle to take home.
And we don't care. And these, nobody. Dude, everybody can go. This is a public place. Wherever you're at, this winery is a public place. It's all access to everyone. You're not revealing anything new. Hey guys, did you know wineries existed? And you know what? If you go out there today, they will talk to you and they'll give you pamphlets about the wines and the membership fees. Amazing, Marianne. We never saw that before. We didn't know we could go there and get all this information. Thank you. Give me a break.
And a different flavor. So while she pours, I'll fill out the application while she pours and prepare my card for me. And then
Yeah, she could. Yeah, independent. She could have gotten away with that 8 years ago, but apparently no one told Marianne that apparently no one told Marianne that we have that dialed up internet ended a long time ago.
I'll give her payment. Matter of fact, let me give you that. I'm going to give her payment to get that out of the way as I fill. So she
But they're so bad at it, Williams. Like they try to avoid accountability, but they're so bad at it.
I'm filling it out. And so the way it works, the one in California, the wine bottles are going to be shipped and delivered to me. But here, because they're local, I'll be picking them up. Okay, here you are.
Thank you.
And you have my credit card. And then she's going to give me, thank you.
I have some blood orange pineapple.
Okay, and what is this?
sparkling
This is my
sangria.
card?
That is your
She
card.
just
Yeah, exactly, Williams, and I'm a Californian as well. I mean, I don't drink, but I'm definitely a Californian, and I agree with you. First of all, it's not not a trip. She is in a shopping mall. Yeah, probably.
gave you my card. This is my wine card. So every time I pick up a bottle, I
Oh, look, guys,
present.
it's a genuine wine card. Who knew that when you go to memberships, they give you cards. And look how she's explained to us what this magical card item looks like and what it'll do.
This card.
Every time you spend $1 here, you present that card.
Okay.
So because you'll get points on the card, and so
Okay.
once you spend $350, you'll get a $25 gift card back.
Ooh, nice. Okay. All right. And she's giving me back my credit card. She ran it. Oops. I don't have to show my credit card. All right. I'm going to put this in my wallet. Sorry, guys. I'm working with one hand. And do you need the card again? I could put this away.
I know, but I have your information.
So this is my wine card. She has all my information. I filled it out. And this is the first taste. Now, what is this?
She's got the golden ticket, which is what, and now all we need is for her to go to the Willy Wonka factory and never and to never be seen again. Thank you.
Pineapple, you said?
This is a blood orange pineapple sparkling sangria.
Okay, blood orange pineapple sangria. Let's taste that. I like it, but it's not super.
You can tell she didn't like it. You look at her face and how she looks at the ladies like, yeah, I don't like it. But she pretends like, yeah, I like it, but no. Clearly you didn't.
Sweet.
It's not super sweet.
Yeah,
Do you
so
like
the
super
next one,
sweets?
give me a super sweet.
It's called pineapple. Or wait, was it pineapple blood wine or something like that? I thought I heard her say pineapple blood wine. Well, if it's pineapple, naturally it's going to be sour. That's what I heard.
But I think for my guess, this would be nice.
She filmed the collab and awakened noise in her house with a cell phone. Wow.
It gives you that fruity
Wine time with Marianne. Williams, you're crazy.
taste, but it's not super sweet. I'm a very sweet wine drinker.
And yet you're drinking it more because it was a free sample. Okay.
This is our white sangria.
White sangria. I love sangria, so. Okay, this is the white sangria.
And that
Let's
is the
taste
size
that.
of a pour, so you get 8 of those with each tasting.
Ooh,
She's literally filming herself getting drunk off these samples.
8 of those each tasting. I don't think I'm gonna taste too many, guys. I gotta drive back home. Now this one I like. This one is really.
See, earlier she said she liked the other one, but it wasn't super sweet. And now she says this is the one I like. Okay, well you contradicted yourself then. You didn't like the other one.
Is this the sweetest? I really like this one. This one's nice. This one I love. This one,
And she's drinking it again. Literally said you didn't. Aren't you meant to swiff and spit at wine testing? Yes, typically I would imagine so. But she's guzzling it.
I taste the fruit, but it's not super sweet. I'm gonna taste a third one and then make a decision for 2 bottles tonight, guys.
Yeah, it is a monthly wine thing, and she's treating it as if no one else knows how to get one.
So every month, I would get a bottle here, and then, 2 bottles. I signed for, every month I would get 2 bottles here, and then 2 bottles over there. So by the time I'm penciled in,
Oh yeah, and mind you, this is the same woman who decided she was going to strike my channel, and and she's busy building a winery. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna have the money to sue me.
my construction work start, I think the last Monday in June. So by the time my winery is completed, I'll already have some bottle to put in place. So she's gonna let me taste a third one. What is this one?
This is called our Romance Red.
Romance Red. Let's try this. Romance Red.
Didn't she just say she can't drink too much of this because she's got to go home?
Nah, I think these 2 are it. This is good. Yes. Hmm. So the Romance Red and the San.
White sangria.
White
We
sangria.
also have a red sangria.
Okay, I like the white one. Good, good. I'm excited, guys. So also they have little knickknack while she get my bottles ready for me. I already
The bottle, she said she is not testing it. She is drinking for free. Yeah, really. That's what she did. It was a wine tasting. In reality, she took advantage and decided she's going to have all of it.
pay for it. While she get my bottle ready for me, they have stuff that you can buy for your bar because my bar is off the wine. It's going to be off my wine cellar. So they have something like that. I don't think I'm getting anything today, but I already some nice. Like this is a nice piece. If you're having a party, I don't know if you guys can see it. That'll probably be something I invest in.
No, I don't think she does.
And they have nice wine bottle. They have nice liquor bottle. I don't do liquor, but they have like a lot of nice thing to add to your bar room. They got some of these, you know, for snack, which is nice. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I would get a couple stuff from them to place. Anyway, so she's getting my bottles. She's put them in a bag, and I'll show you guys how the presentation it's done. But this
Presentation is done. Presentation of what?
one is really good. I love it.
Oh, well, you definitely don't want to have any of that wine then, William, because that shit will be radioactive.
I'm a wine lover, but I'm really a sweet. So
Oh, I can kind of see that she is, because you can see
this is
certain
the first one.
aesthetics.
Oh, both of them are in there. So they put them in a bag for you. Both bottles
And she's buying, and I'm pretty sure those bottles are filled with wine too.
are in there. This is the red one. And this is the white one. Oh, she's wrapped it. So I will do a video to show you guys the before space and then the after. So that's my little summer project, I think, which would be
And she never posted that, by the way.
great. And if you guys are interested, now you guys know the process and you know where to come. If there's one,
Come see Sherry.
come see Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. So I hope you guys enjoy this video.
What's she darting around for? Who do you think's around you, or is the alcohol kicking in? Either way. So that's essentially that one. It's incredible. Unfucking believable. And you can see she never did another one. She told you she was gonna show you the inside before and out. Here she is 3 videos later talking about completely unrelated stuff. Unbelievable. And you know what? I think we'll react a little bit to her supposed speaking to the chief, because I never actually saw it myself.
Good morning, everyone. Marianne Laurent here. I have a very special guest for us, Mr.
Here we go with the low tech, not bothering to, connect to SteamYard or, anything that would give you the ability to, use modern day tech.
Daniel Walker.
Hey, Sassy. Nice to see you.
He is the chief of staff for Wilmington City Council. Mr. Walker, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I'm grateful. Good morning.
Good morning, Marianne. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. The very
Oh, wait. Lene has a live movie?
first question that I have for you, I usually like to ask people about their educational background because I believe
This guy is not interested in you, Melanie. Hey, Sassy. I see you. But Miss Independent, let me know if there actually was a live movie time, and I'll definitely pivot to that as well.
It gives the viewer a clear picture of the roadmap that you took to get to where you are. So, can you please share with us your educational background, please?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely should. You know what? I think what I'll do is I'll reserve that for when I can get back on StreamYard. That'll just be by April 15th is when my StreamYard should be back on. I gotta do a better job at rational you know I'm trying to say the word rational correct, but just basically I've got to ration the portion of my steam yard so it can actually last a whole month, because when I've been four to five lives a time, that eats up a lot of the 20-hour mark of the 20 hours for the free one, because I don't want to spend any money.
Glad to, and thanks for having me. One point of clarification. You're probably looking
Oh, right. Actually, I was on Rimrum's panel when he did that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
at my resume and bio as you're talking. I was chief of staff to Wilmington City Council. Now I'm deputy chief of staff to the mayor of Wilmington.
Oh, thank you for the correction. Congratulations.
Thank you. Lots of
That'll be interesting to react to, Francisco, when she does that.
changes. That was a wonderful time in my life, and then I transitioned over to the state for a deputy cabinet role before taking this position.
Very interesting.
And so my background, it's important to understand my educational background through
Yes,
the
please.
background of my upbringing. I was born into homelessness. My
Wow.
family was unhoused for
And why would we care? I know it sounds heartless when I say it like that, but genuinely, when it comes to the context of, what this is supposed to be about, what does your personal story have anything to do with it?
the majority of my childhood.
Wow.
And I was lucky enough to get support. We were lucky enough to get support from my grandfather, who was the patriarch of our family.
Bless his heart. Yeah.
Lived with them for a number of years. And looking around, the one thing I could see is that he was in a blue collar neighborhood. He was a factory worker for Chrysler,
Okay.
union guy. And one thing
And again, where does this have to do with anything?
I could see from the majority of our neighborhood was that most people graduated high school but did not have college degrees. And I was intent from a very young age
Mm-hmm.
to change that.
Okay. To make
I
sure you had higher education.
to make sure I had higher education and
This is no disrespect to the deputy chief, but as far as a storyteller goes, he is boring. I'm sorry, but he is.
make sure I pursued that. And so from a very young age, I was head down, nose in the books.
Uh-huh.
And that resulted in some pretty outstanding experiences. And so also, it was because my mother was one of the things she did well was push me to get an education.
Right.
One she didn't have of her own, one she couldn't help me navigate, but one she knew was going to be vital for my success. And
Right.
so I was fortunate to attend a charter school in Dover where
Dude, Williams, they are very boring.
we had smaller class sizes where
So you're a
did
fan of charter school?
This is literally her talking to the city of Wilmington as if this had anything to do with anything.
I am a big proponent of school choice.
Okay.
Um,
Mhm.
And that's rooted in our history as people of color. I
Yes,
mean, we had
indeed.
to fight to get into schools. We had
Indeed.
to create our own schools, and we see that prevalent now. So I'm a
Yes.
huge proponent of school choice,
Mhm.
parents and students being able to choose the education that works best for them.
Indeed, indeed.
But so I ended up at a charter school, and I graduated pretty top of my class, and then
None of us care, though, about your story. And this has nothing to do with you, Deputy Chief, because you didn't do anything wrong. But Marianne, none of us care about this dude. None of us care about his story, his background. It has nothing to do with anything. And
was lucky enough to go off to the University of Delaware, which is one of our flagship schools here in the state, where I majored in political science, took courses in economics, sociology, anthropology, philosophy. I was
look, it even looks like Mary is falling asleep here. Look, her eyes are droopy. She's not really doing anything interesting. Doesn't even look like she's listening. He looks like he's about to fall asleep. Everyone's falling asleep here.
all around just trying to understand how the world works
Okay.
and what makes us tick. I was quickly on my way to law school.
Oh, interesting.
I got an internship because I thought it was important. One thing that I loved about the University of Delaware is that in order to be a graduate of the political science department, you had to take an internship. They required a discovery learning experience.
Okay.
And so I got an internship working for then Senator Chris Coons on his campaign, then transitioned to his congressional office, and I got the bug.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
See the demands people put on their elected officials.
That's
and
right.
the way the elected officials respond to those demands.
Okay.
And so following that, I went to consult for the repeal project while I was finishing my degree, working to reverse the death penalty here in Delaware.
Wow.
And
that's what it's coming out to. It's coming out to as if this is all she's doing, is trying to talk about this dude's life as if we care.
I got a job for the House of Representatives, and it was crucial. And so I ended up going to get a master's degree in political science. I mean, in political administration, understanding that I wanted to make sure that government was responsive to the needs of those people who put them in office.
Okay.
So that's my educational journey. It
Okay. So
has in my values.
That bleeds to my second question. So your job description and your title, what is your title now, as of now, standing?
So
why would we care, dude? Mary, do you not understand how interviews work? You say, hi guys, this is the supposed person here. He's here to tell us what he's for, yada, 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 yada. And then we have a discussion of that. You didn't introduce why this guy is here. You didn't say what his importance is. You didn't. And you're talking about that deputy chief of the city of Wilmington, Delaware, which is obviously related to Umar's school scam, but you don't introduce any way how that's even relevant. Nothing. It's all just a big ball of nothing, flamed by irrelevance, and everybody's falling asleep as a result.
My title now is Deputy Chief of Staff to the Mayor for Policy and Communication.
Okay. And can you briefly, in a nutshell, give us a description of your job, the viewer and I, so we can understand your job description?
The most perfect description would be other duties as assigned.
Okay.
I handle all the external affairs for the mayor's office, including our legislative strategy and interactions with the city council. I oversee our community engagement and communications team.
Okay.
Those are the people deployed in neighborhoods that are solving problems.
They're like,
for the residents.
Would you call them grassroots individuals?
Oh,
wow.
Certainly. Their job is to connect with those who are grassroots to the grass tops.
And none of us. Oh my God, I gotta get to the point. I gotta.
We also love to uplift. We love to uplift the unique identities of people across Wilmington.
Okay.
I oversee our Department of Parks and Recreation, where
Okay.
we are
Wow.
deeply
Oh
ingrained
my
in
God, I gotta speed this
our
up.
youth, as well as the new office that we are creating, the Office of Community Safety, which is going to be a whole city approach to violence prevention and intervention here.
Wow, that's amazing.
Those are
That's
just a few
amazing.
of the things. I'll stop
Wow,
there.
very fascinating. Very fascinating. Now you have piqued my curiosity. Now that I understand your educational background, can you share with us if you have any political ambition, or would we look at perhaps in the future you running as a mayor?
Why would we care about this dude's political ambitions, Marianne? Why? What relevance does he have to anything? Why would we care if he became president of the United States? Why would any of us care?
Congressman, senator, or perhaps president. I don't know. Give us
Absolutely
at
not.
this point. At this point, what is your political ambition at this point?
I have no ambition for elected office. My only ambition is to ensure that government is working for those who put us in these positions.
Beautiful.
And being a responsible steward of taxpayer dollars, but also responsibly solving the challenges that we face. Government can't do it all. It was not meant to do it all. But what we can do, we should do.
I love that. Beautiful response. Because I'm an activist myself, and I believe we holding
She's definitely trying to sweet talk him, that's for sure.
government to task for those who has a lesser voice. But I also have, for my fourth question, which a lot of us, you being a past city council
Try
person.
snitches
If
until someone
I am
get
an
around the
entrepreneur,
guidelines.
I want to open a salon. If I'm a pastor,
Oh,
I
okay,
want to
that's
open
what
my
it
own
does.
congregation. Or if I want to start a private school.
But guys, this is what she does. This is the supposed investigator. This is the supposed investigator, guys. Let me do something real quick. What do I do here? I'm gonna just do something real quick. Give me a second. Can't really do it right now. But anyway, the point is like, guys, and she's doing all of these boring interviews. She's doing these wineries. She's doing all of these things, and none of it changes, and none of it um and this is the same woman who wants to copy strike me for supposedly stealing her material. Marianne, all I did was criticize you, and I didn't collect any money as a result. And therefore there's no financial loss. And this is the woman that wants to copy strike me, Lady Luck Club, and from what I've heard, other people. And I want to tell everybody, if you get a copy strike from this lady, whoever you are, definitely don't let the 90 days pass. Definitely counter notify, because once my counter notification gets is once my 10 days are up and everybody else's 10 days are up, YouTube's gonna realize she's trying to weaponize the DWMCA, whatever that acronym for the copyright material. They're gonna know she's been doing this for the specific purpose of weaponizing it against content creators who dare to criticize her. Hey, academic. Yeah, I'm live streaming right now. So just so you know
But you
that.
said you're big
Oh
on.
crap. So just so you guys know that, if you ever get a copy strike and you realize it's from her, counter notify, because eventually she's gonna get in trouble for falsely claiming we are copywriting her, because I never copyrighted her technically. All I ever did was do criticism, and that's protected under fair use. I'm not even monetized. So that makes it even harder for her to argue that I'm making her lose revenue by doing this because I'm not collecting money when I do this. um, BTA. I don't know what BTA means, Williams. I'm very terrible with acronyms. As soon as the 10 days are up, BTA. So if you could just tell me what BTA means, I'll be more than I would appreciate that. But yes, the 10 days are gonna. We're now on day 9. I really, really doubt I'm ever gonna get a notification telling me that hey, she's actually paid the $450 and she's shown that she's actually gonna sue me. I really doubt it. But you know what? Hey, even in the hypothetical that she does, great. We're still never going to court because she never wants to do it. It'd still cost her 450 minimally to do the filing, assuming she's even intelligent enough to do the filing properly. Because whether they accept it or reject it, they'll still make you pay the 450 to do it. So you know what? Go ahead. So you know what? I'm not worried about it. The only thing I suggest is if anybody else is copy striked by this lady, and all you ever did was criticize her videos, literally counter notify. Don't let the 90 days pass, counter notify. That is my advice to you. Alrighty. Now that that's been done, and I'm not going with this one because it's painful to listen to. Let's also I'll actually give my reaction
I
to
want
the
to thank
supposed
each.
apology. I've seen it on the other panels, but I'll actually give my reaction to it.
Good afternoon, Mary Ann's here. I want to come today and talk to my channel members. I want to thank each and every one of you that stood by my side during my YouTube tribulation. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your understanding. I also want to publicly
William, if you're still here, tell me what BTA stands for, because I don't know what that means.
apologize for the choices that I made at a time when I should have fall back and do what was right. I exercised poor judgment. I sincerely apologize for that. I should have let my integrity kicked in. I should have let my better judgment, my faith kicked in. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. I can't unwind, Father.
Which would mean you didn't have integrity when you lied to everyone on YouTube.
Time's hand. I can't undo what's already been done, but I can reassure you, moving forward, what took place will never happen again. You guys have trusted
Oh, it'll never happen again. Well, let's just see about that.
me. You guys have tuned in and looked at me. You guys have been entertained by me. You guys have formed a bond with me. I had a connection with
Oh,
my channel.
Williams, you're crazy. You're crazy, Williams.
Member. When I made those t-shirts, it was mind-boggling the response that I got from each and every one of you. And I am sincerely remorseful what took place. That check that circulated on YouTube, I should have stepped in and did the right thing at the time when I had the opportunity to. I didn't. This is
And here you are, doing the wrong opportunity right now, showing us a fake check that isn't real.
the check that should have served.
See, she says right from the book before she shows you guys this video, this particular check, she gives a whole spiel of how she wasn't, her integrity wasn't with her when she lied the first time, that she didn't mean to deceive us, that she's so sorry that it'll never happen again, and then not even 2 minutes, couldn't even spare us 2 minutes of the video, boom, hits us with another fake check. And you know what? And you know what's even insane? The first check, which was all taped up, looked more original than this check. So she not only had better quality with the first fake check, but when she's trying to deceive us a second time, she's gonna give us an even lesser convincing check. It's unbelievable.
Circulated on YouTube. But unfortunately, that isn't the check that's circulated on YouTube. Now, as we move forward, we put this behind us. And thank you for those of you that stood by me throughout this ordeal.
And she's gonna throw in a musical. A lot of people I don't think actually noticed, but that musical was on her end, and she it's like, oh, thank you, heavenly songs and whatever, and it's like most people didn't support you. So I don't know what you mean by that. In fact, ever since it came out that you lied the first time, your YouTube channel has been dropping.
There's content creator who took the liberty. They made their video. They were disrespectful, condescending, everything under the sun. But at that time, it was a time of confusion. It was a time we
Which you caused. You caused all of that confusion.
couldn't understand what was going on. I've came numerous times to explain the story. Those who chose to understand it,
No, she's not academic. She's not.
that's fine. And those who chose not to, that's fine as well. I can't control what people understand or what they comprehend. But I can say I apologize to all that I have disappointed. I apologize to all that has placed their trust in me. And when the time that arrived for me to do something that was right, I didn't. I went along. I should have fell back, which I didn't. But I take full responsibility for that. And
I'm not falling for it either, especially considering she's gone after everybody who's criticized her, and she's tried to copy strike them, which is a fake copy strike. Especially me because I don't monetize my shit. So criticism is one of the pillars of fair use on YouTube. So when all I did is criticize you, I took no money from it whatsoever. You can't argue that I did anything wrong because I didn't disadvantage you in any way, Marianne, when I made my criticisms. So copy striking me is not going to work.
I reassure you, moving forward, I will never allow anything like this to happen. But there is one channel that will not get a pass. There was one channel that he and his co-host in a third person were unbelievable. They dragged my deceased father in this. That's unacceptable and that will not be tolerated. Channel member, my father was a man of
Channel members, and second of all, here's the thing. She says that, but and it's true her dad was mentioned at one point in time, but it was a brief mention. Pretty much no one even remembered it. And she and then she went on a whole spill about it. And now people started investigating her dad and found out that her dad, was actually from what I've heard, died in jail for causing the deaths of many residents because he cut corners and had people living in terrible conditions. And that caused them to, many of which weren't even supposed to be in the country, and that caused a lot of them to die in a massive fire because he kept cutting corners and not adhering to safety regulations. And nobody mentioned or talked about this until she brought it up.
integrity. My father was a kind, compassionate individual. I owed a lot to my parent who made me the individual that
Yep, it is the correct response because here's the thing. The strikes, anytime she wants to do that, I'm going to counter notify every single time because all I've done is criticize her. And it's a transformative review anyway because whenever I do these lives, they're much longer than the original video I'm reacting to. So it's a transformative criticism. So again, she doesn't have a very strong argument. Even if we were hypothetically to go to court, I have a very strong argument because A, I don't have any monetization. B, my videos are transformative because they're longer than the original videos I'm reacting to because I'm transforming them into my own. And criticism is protected. So her position is extremely weak. even if it's even a position at all.
I am today. And to degrade my father memory, no, that won't be tolerated. That won't be acceptable. My father came to America with $1 in his pocket. When he walked in the Bank of America to exchange that Haitian dollar to an American dollar, they gave him 20 cents. That was the value of the Haitian dollar at the time. He was at a foreign land, no family, no friend, in a foreign language. New York City is the financial heartbeat of the United States of America, one of the greatest countries in the world.
Countries, not country, countries. There's at least 193 or 91 countries recognized in the world. So it's not country, it's countries.
My father, at the time of transition, live in this world, going to his heavenly Father, has obtained 3 buildings in New York. And at the time of transition, there was no mortgage on any of the building. My father, at the time of transitioning from this world to his maker, had 2 private homes, and there was no.
That burnt up. That burnt up, and we're not following the regulations that the city demanded of him. So your point is what?
No mortgage on any of those homes. That's what you call building financial wealth for your offspring. My father was a kind, compassionate man. My father was the type, he would take the shirt off his back for an individual. You understand? My father sat with president. My father sat with congressmen. My father.
We don't have any way to verify that he ever sat with any of these people, but even if he did, it has nothing to do with the fact that his negligence caused the death of other people.
Sat with many councilmen. My father is known in the Puerto Rican community for helping those with immigration issues. My father is known in the Haitian community in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he helped them by illegally harboring them, which was a crime, I might add.
New York, for helping those with immigration problem. My father was a man of faith, and for them to sit on their platform and degrade my father's memory, no, that will.
Your dad degraded his own memory by building it on the deaths of other people, the monetary, taking advantage of their money, constantly, those are the things that would, he was literally getting illegals, letting them stay in unsafe living conditions, specifically so he could maximize his money. And because conditions were so terrible and unlivable, they eventually caught fire and a lot of people died as a result. And the building itself was not up to code, and the people there were not even legally supposed to be there in the first place. So we have profiteering off of other people and disregarding federal law by harboring illegal fugitives. So there you go.
Not be accepted, that will not be tolerated. Where I come from, that is lowball, disrespectful, and that's a no-no. It upset me, and it was hurtful, and I can't wink at their ignorance. Now,
guess what? It's called freedom of speech. Anybody can talk about your dad or mom or whoever, and they can say whatever they want. You want to sue them for slander? Okay, gather the evidence, prove it's not slanderous, and then take them to court. You can't prove that it's not slanderous and it's actually based on fair criticism, then guess what? All you can do is get upset because they have the right to express it.
Out of the 3 of them, the third one, she made a public apology and she made a private apology. I put her on pause. But those 2, no. You brought that energy. You talked about my father. You understand? This is the energy you coward bring. The 3 of you are not half of human being that my father was. Do you understand? My father was a man of integrity, a man of faith. How dare you degrade my father's memory? How dare you?
What memory? Because, most of us didn't know who he was, and then when we found out about him, we found out he was despicable. That's no one's fault but your dad's fault. Well, partly your fault because you brought him up in the first place, but still, it's his fault for what he did in real life when he was alive.
I'm gonna tell you something. When you want to put my mouth in my name in your mouth, when you want to talk about my father, coward behind Avatar, coward. Say your name. Say your name. That same energy you have on YouTube, bring it outside.
Yeah, exactly, Francisca.
Bring it offline. Okay? You're a coward. You're a loser. What did I tell you, channel member? People that are hurt people try to hurt others. These people have nothing going in their life. Okay? They sit on YouTube to tear others down when there's nothing happening.
So let's really let this sink in for a moment. She lied to us about a check. She put us she said to us that she threw Lennon under the bus. She put us she kept telling everybody that, oh, I'm telling the truth, everyone else, I'm the only one telling the truth. Lied to us about a federal investigation, showed that she had no check, is now apologizing for not having integrity about the first check, then tries to fool us immediately with a second check, and then tries to give this pity party of, oh, they said mean things about my daddy, and my daddy was a kind man who helped other people. He came with just $1, and made da 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 da. And what do we find out? The dad was actually a slumlord who who literally caused the death of other people through his negligence for profit. Oh, and broke federal law by harboring illegal aliens. Okay, so what's your point? You, you, I mean, I don't, the delusion is unbelievable. I mean, I can't even begin to describe the utter insane troll logic of how she thinks herself as a victim in response to all of that. We didn't ask to see them. They put their BS stories on there for the public. Exactly. And then we, the public, are told we're not supposed to check these. We're not supposed to check these stories. We're not supposed to investigate. We're not supposed to think about we're not supposed to think about, you know, the we're not supposed to um think about it ourselves. Nothing. It's just supposed to be about um us believing your story and then giving you money for it. That's the argument that they've said to us. And now when we're not dealing with that and we're criticizing you on videos, then you're going to send us copyright strikes. Then you're going to slander us and all these other horrible things simply because we did what we're supposed to do as members of the public and question and investigate. Yeah, I can definitely see that argument. Sometimes reality can be so much, Miss Independent, that, the delusion is more comforting than reality. All right, guys. Well, that was just my takedown so far. You guys have been a wonderful audience, and I thank you. And don't worry, those two videos she took down are gonna be back up very soon. Probably by April 10th, if not sooner. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll definitely do this again. And hey, remember on April 15th, my stuff will be back on StreamYard, and I'm gonna do a much better job at, rationing my actual video links, my streaming links, so we don't wind up with another having to wait all the way till the 15th to get 20 more hours. Um, it is not our story to debunk. Remember that. Oh, I remember now. I'm not, as a member of the public, I am not entitled to criticize a publicly given story. How could I ever forget? Well, you guys, you have been a wonderful audience. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one.